Alright, time to get lost in the caves again. So I decided, last time I played Pippi because he won the coin flip. This time, it's Pipple's turn. Oh, hey there, Wonder Pip. Just, you know, hanging out in the human skin tent. Now, what the hell was this guy's deal again? Got 3 unstable genome, got a stinger with confusing venom, flaming ray, heightened hearing. Okay. Got a bounding boots, a sniper rifle, a bunch of hands, and a vibro dagger. Alright. Do I have any quests to go do? Just the usual. Did I already go to that one historic site? I did. Alright, well, let's go do this one. Hello, Porta. There's gonna be a lot of those sitting around, huh? And an Aloe Volta. Ah, yes, the good old, becoming the second level of an Esper player. Starting to not even bother with your own body and just taking someone else's. Should probably be reading these. Shrine to Giladot the First, or is it Giledoc? Let's say Giledoc. Bayazona Sorrow. Deep in the wilds of the glass-worshipping district of Mamrinip, Giledoc discovered Shubal. There, he befriended dogs and painted pictures of beasts and monsters with flaming suns. And this first one here, Shrine to Muyupur. In early 3179 before Chef, Muyupur challenged the legitimacy of the Sultan of Kud over the rights of worms. He won and ascended to the throne. He was 96 years old. And then this guy, Shrine to Naxos, Mirror Broker. Throughout 1974 before Chef, Naxos ravaged all of Carvapur, shattering all the glass in the homes of Beetles and alien-tropic beings. She became known as the Carvapur Pest. Pleasant It Must, 2nd edition. An engraved weird artifact. It's a not a pneumatic jackhammer. Engraved scene from the life of aged Sultan Muyapur. While traveling through the prison-worshipping province of Kamor, Muyapur stopped at a tavern in Bilalil. There, he lost his prize lover of altimeter to a local pickpocket. He cursed the tavern and left Bilalil. Now, is it not a cave and it's more like an orifice, or is it not a cave and it's more like just a legally separate from a cave big hole? Inquiring minds would like to know. It's 80s Britain. Damn, that's a big hole. Nah, just kidding. That followed, we are ravenous fiends. And also apologize if it's too little. Don't you worry about that, Wash. Like I said the other day, it's like sand in your fingers. The more you try to grip on, the more it just kind of sifts right on through. Yeah, at this point I definitely have to find myself some Marmite and give it a shot. I'm not gonna compare it to the condiment that must not be named, but I've heard that it's very similar, but I've never had either, so I'd love to know. Shrine depicts significant event from the life of ancient Sultan Gaildok III. While wandering around Bitum, Gaildok III discovered Bivu Grotto. There, she befriended pariahs and played games of chance through the night. Damn. Burnt your taste buds, that usually is either a sign of it is very strong tasting, or you just had inhuman amounts of it. Could be both. Shrine depicts Daxes, the Carvapir pest. Too much yeast. I think I vaguely remember that if you also ingest too much live yeast, which don't think that's what's used for that. But yeah, if you have too much live yeast in your system, you can get something called brewer's disease, which basically means any kind of nutrients you eat is potentially going to get processed into alcohol and directly enter into your bloodstream. Well, not directly, but in your digestion system where the yeast lived, and then it goes in your bloodstream. What the heck? You know, I never really found the Patreon pets. I remember seeing those on the wiki. One of them has a 17 dodge value. Another one's got 17 armor value. Sounds like good candidates for body swapping. Ah, that's how it works. Okay. Well, I am too poor to do that, at least for that cause. Anyway, wasn't I reading a statue? Right. While traveling near Old Camus in Putum, Naxos was captured by bandits. She murdered their leader with a dagger made of sand, and was thenceforth known as Prism Waker. Yeah, it's much later on, but there's also crypt ferrets. I know those are real dodgy. Ah, so you only have to do like 1 month of it, and as long as you have the code, you always have access. Okay, that's a bit more reasonable the price. It's basically like an unofficial DLC at that point. Either or. Would it be one of those crystal chimes that lives in Java? Or at least be the same kind of creature? Is it something else? You know what? I might not be strong enough to take on the Mimic. Maybe. Which medicine do I have? I've got a pile of medicine. I eat the Udu Mahercha. We are both confused. No, wait, he's dead. I do remember seeing a couple of them on the wiki. Most of them just kind of seem to be like little joke dudes. But if some of them have wacky stats like 17 armor value or 17 dodge, might have to give it a look. Again. Shrine to Reshef, Ghost and Cerulean. 99 before Reshef. Reshef appointed Rebecca administrator of the Sultan worshipping province of Shapur. She tendered alms for the sick in his own or in his name. Oh. They have lore, you say? I am curious. I will look at it right now. Okay. Description of the first one, either. It's you, but the shadows on your face are cast by a different sun and spire. Your wheel, your woe, your totality of your actions. You've a new context for them now. Where you reach to the branch of a fruiting tree for a star apple, either likewise reaches, but what do they pull back? The answer is obscured by the umbra of 1,000 timelines. And an ore. It's you, but the hue of your eyes shine by a different moon and lamp. Your judgments, your choices. Were they yours at all? Where ore reaches for silhouetted space, you reach for the star apple of a fruiting tree. Your movement must be the source, you must be the agent. Yet you swear it was ore who moved first. Ah, the good old superposition. There are parallel versions of the player that are slightly different. Visually, to take on the tile of the player character, the player levels up, they will also level up regardless of how much experience they actually have. Kinda like a more permanent temporal fugue. Just read up some more on what they do. Oh. Kinda like you can just peek into the parallel dimensions running at the same time. I also have something here called chirality. Adding accomplishments to the journal, excluding discovering the starting village or turning in books or leveling up, will cause both of them to flicker. They will start to randomly wander around independently of the player for 8 to 20 turns. After these turns are up, one of 11 random effects will occur, each with equal probability. This effect is seeded from the total number of turns taken in game. Note that in every effect, the activated pet will disappear in a harmless puff of smoke for the zone. Player character changes zones, they will respawn. If both are affected, they both will disappear. Whatever triggers the effect depends on the current number. Total game turns taken. Total amount of turns is odd, it will be either. If the amount of turns is even, it will be or. If there's only one of them in the zone, it will always be the one remaining. So they can... Each of these are a 9% chance, by the way. Transform into a space-time vortex, transform into a stone or marble statue of a random creature, transform into 4 to 6 friendly clockwork beetles, transform into 3 random objects or creatures. Creatures do not have any feelings altered, so they will be hostile if they are normally hostile to you. Transform into a random creature befitting of the static zone tier of the zone they are currently in. If near an animated furniture or wall, they will disappear and have a 50% chance of each object with maximum of 3 to become animated as if sprayer brain was applied to them. If there is nothing nearby to animate, either or will disappear with no other effect. Can also transform into 3 1,000 dram puddles of a random liquid. Like completely random? I guess so. Inflicts all creatures in the zone, including the player, with acute blinking tick for an entire day or 1.200 turns. Note that both either and or will explode with this option, but only either will inflict the acute blinking tick. Then you can summon a line of force fields with the endpoints being either and or. This line ignores walls. Summons a normality field with the endpoints being either and or, also ignores walls. Summon a line of plants of the same tier of the zone they're in with the endpoints being either and or. Cannot be beguiled or proselytized if you find them as a non-pet. But you have to have DLC loaded, or the mod loaded, I think. Well, I'm glad I checked that out. Just get back to playing the video game. Another shrine to her chef. At Starfarer's Cay, your chef consulted with mysterious strangers and learned the secrets of the Gyre. By cause of the misdeeds of the Elder Sads and Sultans, star beings had levied a curse on Cud. Your chef vowed to make right from this wrong and redeem our doomed world. I think that one is the one piece of lore in this game I've read the most. And I still will fail to recognize it until that last line. Another one of those losers trying to sell viewers and post links in my chat. Let me just copy the word variation you're using, give you a nice big ban, and then also add that to the ban list. Just a second. I should have this open anyways, but I don't because I'm smart. Alright, there we go. Another one added to the ban list. Before Rashef appointed Rebecca administrator. Are dead? Oh, you would bear. 20 dodge value. And I'm guessing you're still pretty low level. Subsist completely on water salt. Shrine to Muyupur. After conferring with Roots, Muyupur convinced them to help him found the tavern in the skull-worshipping province of Biazona. For the purpose of wandering in search of compasses, they named it the Time-Worn Tavern. Level 4, spawned and body swap. Yeah, you know what? I've been putting off making a proper Esper character for a while now, so if this character dies today, and I still have time left to play of course, I will probably try to make an Esper. Although not sure if I'm gonna go all in with the body swapping and all that. Could be fun. Last time I did an Esper, I think it was a double-headed guy that had a Temporal Fugue and Clairvoyance, Sundermind, and Manipulate Light, if I remember right. A positive rep with most factions? Starting to sound a little cheesy there. Yep, those ones are all solid. The Manipulate Light, the only reason I really picked it is because I was like, hey, there's synergy here with the double-headed. Anyway, another shrine to Rashef. Twilight and the shadow of the spindle, the people of Omniporch saw an image on the horizon that looked like a ghost bathed in cerulean. It was Rashef. And after he came and left Omniporch, the people built a monument to him, and thenceforth called him Ghost in Cerulean. Like, every single one of them? Because I know each of them has a cast time, it's just for something like light manipulation, it just kind of compounds, because you can just shoot all of them and not take a single turn. Damn it, it was right there. Reduces the quickness of all mental mutations. Oh, right. You don't only mag the light manipulation, you magged up everything. Cryo, mass mine, and cryo again in one turn. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. In general, I feel like I've never touched mass mine. Every time I looked at it, I've always just been like, but isn't that just nothing but downsides though, and then I don't take it. But from the sounds of things, being able to instantly remove cooldown when you do already have a big pile of mental mutations is kind of a big deal. Typically, I also just kind of pump up willpower whenever I'm playing any kind of character that relies on active abilities. Oh, so as you increase the level, the downside goes away. Irritable genome acts up. Base rank of heightened quickness is increased to 2. Alright, we can hear even betterer now. But we still don't have unstable genome. As in, it didn't pop. Sad day. Well, the Glimmer boost in some ways is a positive, it just depends on if you want the attention. But I'm guessing since you can't turn it off, it is actually kind of a trade-off. It's not quite like the leyline gloves or whatever that both give you temporal fugue and give you a bunch of glimmer. So you can activate it if you're playing a Truekin and then just go hunt espers for a little bit if you want to boost your ego. What do I want? So ways off from being able to upgrade multi-weapon. Could get a couple of things in cooking and gathering. That doesn't really sound like a very viable way to play the game. Or at least I don't think it is. Unless if you mean like, if you absolutely want to positively make sure that no one shows up when you do a zone transition, you just eat some witchwood bark, get confused, and then walk over the threshold, and then you don't have to worry about it. Well, let's just go for the cooking and gathering. Probably think of getting... Oh no wait, I already have fasting away. Alright. So... back up. Heal up. Take out the other turret. Box crayons. No 9-on crayons here. Ooh, what are you? You are Rally Spruce, legendary Alloporta and leader of the host of the Mirror Broker, hated by bears for leading a raiding party on one of their camps. Oh wait, I'm friends with him. I was about to shoot him. So I was like, wait, there's a salt hopper here, and then, yeah. It's a statue. Shrine to Muyupur, at a remote tavern in the helmet-worshipping province of Shwazuan, Muyupur found an artifact that evoked the presence of a wandering altimeter. He named it the Lover of Altimeter. Shrine to Naxx's, Prism Walker. Near the location of Old Kimu, Naxxas was captured by bandits. She murdered their leader with a dagger made of sand, and was thenceforth known as Mirror Broker. Dagger of sand, like, you know, before turning it into a glass shard or something reasonable. And another Reshef. In 6 after Reshef, the above Ghost and Cerulean, the coiled lamb of Beetles, died of natural causes. He was 216 years old. Alright, there's a stained mask of Malil. Grants you clairvoyance at level 2. But I do have night vision goggles. I'll hold on to it for later. and I will take the box. There we go. Plant is dead. The bears are indifferent. What was this statue? Shrine to Gaeldoc II. In 4254 before Reshef, Gaeldoc II, the Untitled, died of natural causes. She was 75 years old. An untitled sultan. I've had that happen once before. Really not sure how common it actually is. That's where he is. Underneath this trash pile. Alright. So, one of these is over in, I think that's a ruin. Could also be jungle. The Kamor Prism Yard. Then this one here in the lake. The Hashor Meteorite Quadrangle. This one in the Banana Grove. Shwazawan. One here in the Deep Jungle. One over here in the Moonstair. Usually I just find all the ones that are in Deep Jungle and Moonstair and then have to find the others on my own. But this time we're lucky. Let's not blow this luck by charging into the lake and dying horrifically instantly. I think it's still time. Notice some ruins. Discovered the Ekanip Cone. Shrine to Gaeldoc II. In 4265 before Reshef, Gaeldoc II won a decisive victory against the combined forces of the glass-worshipping province of Mamrinip at the bloody battle of Old Surshimu. As a result of the battle, Old Surshimu was so rife with stray portals to other places and times that it was renamed Perpetual Flats. Discovering some cool places. There's a robot over there. And terrible at crafting. And for food. I don't know, man. It being called that because it's constantly kept flat because of the perpetual portals sounds pretty mellow to me. Or I don't know. Maybe there are much better names, I just can't think of them right now. Cider, can't have it all. Star Apple Jam. Quickness, mental armor, healing rate. The Nexus. That just kind of sounds like where I go to buy my upgrades in a MOBA game or something. Ooh. The Glacial Hue of Imas. When powered, this weapon deals an additional 6 to 8 cold damage on hit. That's a good axe right there. I guess it's a very logical name. Maybe I don't equip it just yet. Maybe find a better battery for it. Actually, now I think about it, I do have the flaming rays, so it'll just be working directly in counter to that. I know there's bonus damage you get if you hit like a freezing target with fire or a burning target with ice, but I don't think it applies if they're not all the way up to burning or freezing yet. Alright, they're going a little hard on the drums. Let's walk into the temple and calm down. Alright, drop one of these. I guess I'll save my books for now. Just go here. Where's that one? Oh, it just wasn't getting outlined for some reason. I found this last time. Increases toughness of anyone who reads it. Yeah, like you see that one? Cables Meet the Crook Volume 1, for some reason not highlighted. Yeah, don't worry too much about that name. The UI is not supposed to look like that. Didn't break, did it? The UI might have broke, because I don't think it's supposed to do this. Well, let me just reload this real quick. No, it's still doing that. It's probably gonna do some other weird stuff with the UI. It's not doing the trade window thing, or it kind of is. Whatever, I'm gonna assume it's nothing and not restart the game just yet. Oop. Yeah, nah. Never mind. That's a good enough reason to restart. So I'll be just a second. Let me think. If I had to come up with a name for somewhere ravaged with portals, I'd probably name it something like Elstorm. Nah, that sounds lame. The Converging Plains? Holes. Very accurate. Just a bunch of holes all gathered together. that can drop you into all kinds of funny places. And the game's back open. Alright. Oh, the High Priest, Shalstat II, disliked by the villagers of Shirkruna for ruining a festival of Ut Yara Uts. But he is loved by the Mechanimist. You know what? Considering he doesn't have his usual bunch of good reputation, or bunch of very bad reputation changes, this time he gets water. Have you heard of the Forgotten Ruins? And the red hyperboloid tuna shore. Could learn proselytize, but I'll just settle with being friends with the Mechanimist. Alright, now I should probably explore the rest of this place. Collect all that spine fruit. Painted vessel. With a scene from the life of Galdak I. One night under the beetle moon in the glass-worshipping province of Mamrenib, a healthy child was born to the Sultan at Irvatara Mesh. At the moment of his birth, snow fell everywhere, and in celebration, the people drank themselves into stupors. The babe was named Gaeldocht, but the people called him the Destined Block of Ice. It looks like this might be the Icy Hot universe, or timeline, depending on how you like to interpret it. So, definitely going to want to keep an eye out for a thermal cask. Give me that grave moss. Let me examine the stuff. Seed spitter. No, I never find one of these when it's actually useful, but I don't think it's supposed to ever be actually useful. Right. The only other merchant here is Apple Farmer and a Grenadier. I already know what's in the guaranteed spots. I'm gonna go clockwise this time. Yeah, I'm just thinking in terms of like actually finding a use case for it, because the only use case I can think of is if you start, or if you somehow started with the ability to disarm something or dismember something, and you got one very early from attacking a seed spinning vine, and then it would be useful up until you found like a musket or something. Which actually, muskets can be surprisingly rare. Sometimes. Sometimes you find like way too many of them. Which is no big deal if you have tinkering and disassemble, but if you don't have those, then it's just a whole bunch of stuff that's probably not worth carrying around. I went from the village Tromad the vast majority of the time. Yeah, the musket. Yeah, nah, just trying to think of a way to use it. Because well, I guess there is technically one situation where it could have been useful where I found a gigantic one. Don't think I found it off of a plant, but I did find one. Although, literally any other gigantic ranged weapon will almost certainly outclass it. It's destroyed by the defoliant gas. Yeah, it's starting to sound like a lot more trouble than it's worth. I guess the only other use case would be if you needed sap for some reason, like say for one of the flaming icks or fungal cream cures, and you couldn't find sap anywhere else, which honestly it's really not that hard to find. If you just found a random seed spitting vine and you could use the sap that's inside of that. And again, that's more because it's the convenient thing that's right there rather than it being an actual valuable source of sap. Because sap is basically worthless. Anyway, in 3865 before Chef Kyle III was assassinated. Or no wait, not assassinated. He assassinated the Sultan of Qud over an ordinance prohibiting the practice of throwing bones to pretend a future. She won and proclaimed herself Sultan. She was 38 years old. Yeah, I've ran out of ways to try to make the seed spitting vine useful. It's just not. Also neutron flux, but I can't afford it. Corpus, I think I already have one, or had one of those. I think I put it in the box. Should go grab it. This just means I have to go find some other semi-useless weapon and try to make an argument for why it's actually not useless. I'll just have to think for a long time about it and definitely not forget. Spot a Dromad caravan. A good one though? Got floating glow spheres, herbaries, lawless crystal weaponry. I'd say that's good enough. Now, do I already have a floating nearby? Yes. Since I do have that face thing that gives me the clairvoyance, I should try to find, if I don't already have one, a glow sphere. Like a regular one, not a floating. And I'm almost certain I cannot afford anything this guy has, other than the little trinkets. Oh yeah, they do, don't they? I think there was one right over here. Okay, there you are. Alright. Good thing you remembered, because I didn't. Now to redo the weapon setup. Ah. No, I never tried that. Is it as simple as find one at the still, kill him, run away, wait until everyone stops being mad that you killed the cat man, and then you go back and loot it? Or is it a different process? It's got 8. Got 7. I don't think I have enough batteries to power all of this stuff, is the main thing I'm worried about right now. And also I'm certain that the Vibro Dagger takes up way more power than the Gaslight Chris. Ah. That is a good strategy. Do they stay upset at you or do they eventually cool down? Because I know that it's not like you're permanently altering the reputation, so you should be able to just leave and come back. You know, maybe I'll have to try that out one day. Since I am playing a character who is both broke and of dubious moral character. Not implying that you are or anything. It's, the game harps on about salt, but what the game is really about is cheese. And the one who knows the cheese knows the path. It's nothing new here. Just a bunch of farmers for stuff that I don't care about murdering over. Training lampreys. Well, I'm not entirely sure about console commands being useless, but I guess it's like you can still technically do all of it just through the game, so why would you skip the game part and just use the console when you can just play the game? It's all about unlocking the secrets after all, not just typing in the result you want. Something like that, I don't know. I'm failing to make a compelling argument. I can feel people developing a taste for cheating already. I guess that would be the important part, is where do you draw the line between a cheat and just doing what's most efficient? I should go see if they have good recipes. Pancake over tart beard gland paste. Never liked the gland paste recipes anyway. Mild law and mashed salt with tahini. Intimidate. Okay, yeah, maybe the other one is better. Got a decent amount of injectors, but, well, not really. I have a wide variety of injectors, but not a good amount. Corrosive gas at level 5, or corrosive breath at level 5. You saw glove? Not good glove. Let the snails be free. My night vision goggles have stopped working. Yeah, I should probably take those off. Now have clairvoyance in this radius. Kind of a long cooldown too, but it'll be fine. If I can find some more of these to stack on top, it'll be pretty good. Especially if I can get multiple face slots. You know, we've been listening to nice music for long enough. Let's listen to passionate music. Also, what the... Some regular Templar dudes hanging out over here. I'm pretty sure we can't take them just yet. But I will have to remember that they're there. Radio powered. Well, it looks like we're tinkering build now. It's got a chain quaff. Which is better than this. But I am getting a +1 from the ego. I'll find a helmet out there sometime anyway. Okay. Yeah, the rip boost did make it sound like it was a little bit, I'm not gonna say pay to win, but a bit overtuned. It's like, not really supposed to be gameplay affecting, I'm guessing. Or at least, that's how it came across as. Better than just wacky stuff happens because you have a weird pet with you. Oh, I didn't know that one. Just pop that open again. Guile Doc the First. Throughout 4405 before Reshef, Guile Doc wreaked havoc on all of the skull-worshipping province of Bayazona, raining meteors down from the sky onto the settlements of oozes and baboons. He became known as the Bayazona Sorrow. Important fish starts with a laser rifle. And I'm guessing since he's your pet, you can basically just ask him to hand it over. Yeah, actually, that loops right back around to, yeah, it's probably kind of busted as long as you don't house rule yourself into not doing it. You won't unequip it, but can you still acquire it, like through dismemberment or taking over his body? Anyway, some more Guile Doc the First. In 4404 before Reshef, Guile Doc, the destined block of ice, the Bayazona Sorrow, died of natural causes. He was 58 years old. Ah. Well, even if you can't directly use the laser rifle, having a companion with a laser rifle is probably pretty strong. Assuming he actually uses it. I guess there is also the ganglionic teleprojector. I know there's a way to trap yourself in a robot body using that. Again, I've never really dealt with that kind of stuff terribly much. It's more just something I've read about. And also seen, I think. I forget what his name was, and it really is awful that I forgot. But there was a guy who was doing a run where he had a companion that was an animated security door, and then eventually he mind swapped himself with it to be the security door. And those things have a ridiculously high armor value. Ah, gives you the old Fallout 1 companion treatment. 90 AV. Yeah, I think at that point the only thing that could really take you out is if something with a ridiculous amount of strength came along and slammed you, but I'm not sure if there's anything with that much strength. The Rhinox maybe? Does he even have slam? I think he does. Vibro weapons, yeah, those can still hurt you. No, it's a shame that there's no vibro hammer. Could go to the asphalt mines. Don't really have that much armor value though. It's gonna be nothing but crabs the whole way. Alright. Another thing I forgot. It will go to Bela. Well, maybe if a vibro hammer sounds a little too stupid. How about my next patented idea, the rocket hammer? I would love a rocket hammer. CVPK. Shoot, I forget what that is. Don't tell me I can just pop open the wiki. Oh, the ceremonial vibrocopesh. Yeah, that thing's great. Actually, I think even, my other character, who is not dead, I'm just not playing him right now, he's got multiple vibro blades that he's using, and I really should get around to upgrading one of those to the vibrocopesh, because I can almost certainly just tear Sada Moose in half at his character level. Right, where was I going? Oh right, flower fields. Hello, weird deer people. I am here to solve your problem. Get it at level 1. I'm just gonna skip through the dialogue for this part, like I should be doing with the Shrines of Rashev. But this time I actually will, because there's just simply too much dialogue. Path to the south. Three random things, which can be literally anything that isn't a relic, including the ceremonial vibrocopesh. What other crazy things could it be that's not a relic? Getting an early pair of anti-gravity boots would be pretty sweet. Getting some Chrome armor. So that's triggered like once. Alright, we don't fight the bears anymore. It just mirrors this closer than it usually is. Yeah, we only went through 2 screens of forest. What gives? Usually it's like 3 or more. Whatever. Hello. I am people. And back to the village. Alright, now we start collecting the evidence. Gargantuan footprint. Only a great salt bag could leave a print the size of a hot spring. A bulging water skin sealed. This water skin is filled to the brim and sealed with wax, as if from a merchant's stores. Just gonna casually take the stuff off your table because I don't think the developers got around to adding ownership to tables. Let's see. No weird things on him. Seem normal. Nothing near the bedrolls. How about you guys? No physical appearance clues. Go talk to some people. I went to do some repairs to my boots, but someone's been in our stores of boar leather. We have far less than we should. And how about you? I've heard that there is an outbreak of glowtrot in the Kentran villages outside of Bela. I want to leave here even less. Have you heard of the High Elves? By the Eaters, how prosperous we've been. I've never seen the village so flush with fresh water. Just gonna take your bow. It's mine now. Ooh. Guile Dog the Second likes stabilizer arm locks. You know what? I'm just gonna leave that where I found it. Some weird furs. Leather scraps. Cut from a wider swath for some unknown leather working project. A whole lot of crafting going on. For weeks and weeks, Kesahine was so quiet, but now he's talking more than ever. He's so loud. Just before Auntie Eskine left the village, I saw her wearing a new bracer. It looked terrible. And I've discovered every piece of evidence. Alright. Also have this poem. It's definitely not going to taint the investigation in any way. Ready to accuse. So we got nothing but craft and trade. It's just up to who do I want to blame. We blame K, the injury arc. Usually that's the best reward because then this kind becomes available as the new leader. And you can just give her some water. At basically no downside. Kesahine, if you blame him, you get his unique axe or axes. I forget if you're supposed to get 2 or just 1. And I forgot what it gives you if you blame the Kendrin, or if you blame... what is it again? Traders? I forget. Anyway. Someone left a sealed merchant squatter skin on the paths. Sign of recent trade. And if I wanted to blame K, I'd say the village is full of water. Someone must have made a big trade. Blame it on the Kendrin. Although that one would be related to the disease. Bondred tell me that Kesahine was quiet for a few weeks. Bondred claimed that Eskine left the village sporting a poorly made leather bracer. Yeah, I'm gonna blame K. And we level up. Got a bunch of books. Not the best reward, but I'll take it. 1 point to spend. All in on the flaming ray. And looks like I should start saving up for willpower related skills. Oh, looks like I'm not getting the hologram bracelet. I still find it weird that Kesahine here just hangs out, and he's entirely described as basically being the henchman of K. Alright, my job here is done. I got basically nothing out of it. Did I already explore here? I did not. Chain gun turret. Doesn't shoot the pig, but it sure shoots me. to approach from a different angle. Or that can happen. Nearly forgot I had clairvoyance. Oh, this is no good. A Grit Gate Recoiler. Nice. Chainmail. I think the still suit's better than that. Spiked steel gauntlets. I'm not gonna be making use of the spiked part, fortunately. But it is better armor. Actually, yeah, I only have the one glove slot, so I don't have to worry about finding a second pair. It's in some ways good, in some ways not so good. Going to cook with cider and have it all. And cycle gland paste. Psychometry at level 1 reveals a secret. Note the location of forgotten ruins. Right, immediately gonna make use of psychometry. Learn everything I can, clog the shit out of my freaking crafting menu. Ooh, solar cells. Exactly what I wanted. Can't make more daggers of any kind. I think that's everything I can learn. Oh no, wait, that's still too complex. Sniper rifle's not too complicated. What is up over here? A whole lot of nothing. Bunch of turrets in there. Right, that guy didn't succeed. Let's see if I'll succeed. Petty mortal, bring me 3 pairs of fullerite boots, and I shall reward you with heightened skill. Alright, simple enough. Now I just need to find 3 pairs of these boots that I swear I've only ever found one of. At least our characters have decent in melee combat, but it's only going to stay useful for so long. Although if I keep leveling up the flaming ray, it's only going to keep getting better, and it's going to get a huge power boost if I ever find the thermal cask. Local skunk destroys everything. Slender two-handed carbide battle axe. And an electro bow. I guess I could switch out the glow sphere now. Very low. That one actually doesn't use as much power as I thought it would. So, all of these have 7 penetration. Which one does the most damage? It's a tie between the two-handed carbide hammers. If I just wanted damage. Cleave effect is a lot better than the daze effect. Which is why I'm gonna go with that one. There is more. Fortunately, we'll have to destroy the graffitied glass wall. Within each hand, a goat. You know what? It'd be too much of a shame to destroy that one. Portal is right there. Well, I usually never go for the gamba anyway. Let's see. You're just stuck in a hole. Alright, so that's done. I have an armor value of 7. How about I go to Kyakyukya? And I'm lost in the river. Great. Actually, I have heightened hearing, so it's really not that bad. The other thing is, there's a lot of water and I've got a lot of fire. I have to make sure not to turn myself into a hot dog. lost again. Die, fish. I can just blast a tree, that works too. It seems I cannot evaporate the slime, which is a shame. Confusing venom stinger has been upgraded. Still have 3 unstable genomes. Whatever. Drone, you're confused. Have a 10% or something percent chance to shake off the effect. Willpower minus 10%. Willpower of 21, so 11%. Don't know why I came here to learn the cooking recipe or cooking skill and then never bothered to actually search the village. It looks like that's what I did. Engraved floor cushion. Engraved the scene from the life of ancient Sultan Muyupur. At the Battle of Alai-Lamishdoon, Muyupur fought to liberate worms. He wielded an otherworldly pistol with such artistry that became forever known as Otherworldlicious, or Otherworldlicus, the gift of worms. I prefer Otherworldlicious, but that's not what it says. Carbide boots. I already have the Kakuka recoiler. Yes. I try to buy those boots, but that really is quite expensive for something I'm probably just gonna find a bunch of on the floor later. As in, not very far later. Definitely afford it. Isn't anyone else interesting here this time around? Already water bonded. Yep. Let's try to go after Mammon Soul Drinker. Which way do I go? River that runs eastwardly into the jungle, just south of the village. I am inspired for a new recipe. I'm gonna go with the grave moss, salve, and cider. Not what I wanted, but I'll take this one. Learn to cook Pibble's moss hash inside of fried anodyne and isakari spice. Probably don't need to explore the village outskirt parts of the river. Just realized I sure do a lot of different status effects. Got the confusing venom, I've got the fire, got the ice axe. The things I'm missing is electricity and acid, and I don't think I want the acid. Why does it make a duct sound when they're on fire? scaled chain gauntlets. Might be rapidly approaching the point where it's not worth picking up carbide weaponry that's not a dagger. Men's toolkit. What if I already had one of these or not? Let's have a look. I did not. I now have one. Risk calculator. Hold on to it for now. Painted two-head carbide hammer. Deep in the wilds of Hamas, Naxxes stumbled upon a clan of insects performing a secret ritual. Because of her reputation for murdering someone by trapping him in a prison, they furiously rebuked her and declared her a villain to their kind. A rubber suit. A lot of Berk hounds. Good thing they're not hostile. Ah. Dorkasef Kabrimov, fatal boy, loved by the mechanimist, hated by the villagers of Tumas, for telling body jokes. Let's go say hi. You're now loved by Mechanimist. And I could learn proselytize and still be or favored by him. But I want to see what happens if they really like me. Bam, only had to blast this guy once with the flaming ray and he just stood there and burnt to death. Another level, another failed proc for the unstable genome. It's getting kind of ridiculous, honestly. Might be time for another meal. So I really should probably do something with those eaters' nectar injectors instead of just holding on to them. It'll be fine. Bone meal of freeze-dried mushrooms and mashed lag. First one, for willpower, whenever you eat a mushroom, you gain +6 armor value for 50 turns. Second one, +2 armor value, +300 reputation with the fungus, and +4 willpower. And then the last one, also +4 willpower, whenever you suffer a 2 times or greater physical penetration, you're immune to fungal spores for 6 hours. Middle one it is. You learn to cook Pibble's mashed lag mushroom bone tahini. A whopping 11 armor value. Sorry, I had some characters that could walk out of Red Rock with that much armor value, and yet this guy took this long. Any containers? No, actually. Yes, the murder hut. The one that's full of bodies. combat shotgun. Electrified carbide dagger. I did say I wanted some electricity to add on to all this. And let me just have a big ol' sip of coffee and let whoever wants to read this read it. Alright, now back to it. Forget on which screen it is I find the crazy guy. Is it the next one or is it the one before Mammon? It's one of those two. Spot a wine weep. Good thing I went and got those extra, what are they again? Not water skins. Canteens. Light obfuscating lens. I was feeling like by the time I get one of those, I definitely don't need it anymore. And everyone walked all through the wine, and they keep walking through all the wine. Damn it, I'm not gonna be able to collect as much of it now. Oh, whatever. Very minor concern at the end of the day. There will be more wine, such as this one right now. Flaming carbide hand axe, or battle axe. Great. All wired up. Still just wondering, if I do start getting more attribute points, do I just dump them into intelligence now? Probably be a good idea. Yeah, I do want to get Tinker 1, and then eventually Tinker 2, because I got the radio-powered item mod. The auto-collect. Maybe I don't use the electric thing. What do I use instead? Fiber dagger's always good. Gaslight Chris is also good and uses less energy, but not as good. But I don't have another fire axe or something. Only had one more solar cell. Had to try. My reputation is good enough with the fungus because of the cooking meal, or cooking effect, that I don't have to worry. Unless if an enemy triggers it. Another inspiration. Gonna go with, can't have it all, bone meal. And star apple. Guess that first one would be pretty good. Although I don't get the armor value bonus out of it, but anytime something hits us pretty hard, I heal a pretty good amount. What? I'm gonna assume it's worth it. We've learned to cook Pibbles, ossified soup, and diced star apples with radiant latkes. And that was the part where I go up. Look at that tree. Salt-stained shim-scale mangrove tree. Understandable. There's so much frog here. There's our solar cell. And there's the crazy guy. A wild-eyed water vine merchant. I think he's gonna get killed. Whatever. Not our problem. Liquid-cooled carbine. Interesting, but not that interesting. You're a legendary one. Defender Godhead, Nympha. No, wait. Nymphat? Yeah, Defender Godhead Nymphat. Huffman and Naphtali tribe and robots disliked by goat folk for disparaging a famous poet. I'd love to have reputation with this guy, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Leveled up, and the irritable genome acted up, and now I have heightened hearing at rank 3. At least at base level. Genome enters an excited state. You already know, it's gonna go all towards the flaming ray. How strong is this? Caps out at 8 for now, and it's gonna go up to 11, I think it said. So right now that means 8d4 plus 1 damage. So that is a minimum of 8 damage, a maximum of... shoot. 4 times 8, 24 plus 1. So 8 to 25 damage, I think. That might be wrong. I don't know. Right, sturdy, added, already no solar cell. Sturdy. Or no wait, sturdy's more for later once I start screwing around with overload weaponry. Which I'm probably not gonna do twice. Despised by robots. That wasn't really worth it. Maybe I should have just ran past him. Also, it's mealtime. Not actually. Not hungry. But it would be mealtime if I could. Oh, what's in this water anyway? Dilute brackish blood. Hungry now? Nope. Discovered the village lair of Mammon Soul Drinker. Now, depending on what he has, this might be really easy, might be really difficult. Some Neftali dudes. We have found them. Apparently. So I found him when I was right over here, but then the auto explorers just continue right on. Reacquire target. Carrying too much stuff. Oh, that's no good. Shoot. What is the quickest way to get the hell out of here? Up. Oh, this sucks. Think my guy might be dead. Anything I can do to fix this? Stun gas? That's not gonna work. Damn it. Where are my grenades? There they are. And I gassed myself. And I'm dead. Oh well, I tried. I really should not have gone for Mammon Soul Drinker, and I probably should have been a whole lot more careful. Anyways, I did say I was going to make an Esper character. Let's go with... I guess the most important thing to decide right away is, am I going to be keeping the body, or am I going to be trying to jump to another one? Gonna make it simple, I'm just gonna keep it. The other thing to decide is pure Esper or not. Someone's going very fast outside on a road that they really shouldn't be going that fast on. Wonder why it has so many accidents nearby. Anyways, let's start with what do I want my main abilities to be? How about I do Stunning Force? Or no, wait, do I want to do Stunning Force? Instead, I'll screw over everything in the area along with whatever I'm trying to hit in a big ol' blast radius of 7x7. Pyrokinesis. Psychometry always... Well, yeah, I always complain about it, about like, you grab it going, oh man, this is going to be so helpful, and then it's only sort of helpful. How about I start with Force Bubble? That's the survivability out the way. Also go with Burgeoning. Clairvoyance is a staple. How about I do that for the mental abilities, and then I grab some kind of physical mutation. Could become the Plant Man. So this increases my reputation with roots, trees, vines, and the consortium of Phyta by 200, and then Burgeoning increases it by 200 with the consortium. Only the consortium though. But I'd get a whopping 400 extra with the consortium right out the gate. Yeah, I'll do that. Then with the last point, either I can grab something that's sort of helpful, like Sense Psychic, or I could take a defect of some kind, and then go for another one. You know, the two defects I end up taking the most are Amphibious and Tonic Allergy, because relative to the amount of points you get, they are very small downsides. Amphibious is just you drink more water, which you really don't drink that much overall. As long as you keep on top of your water supply, which I usually am, it's pretty much a complete non-issue. And then Tonic Allergy, it's just, you can't, well, it doesn't stop you from doing anything, it's just you have a 1 in 3 chance of whenever you pop any kind of tonic that you have some kind of downside that happens along with it. Which can really screw you over sometimes, but most of the time it's a non-issue. Most of the time. Heritable genome wouldn't be too terrible, since I'm not randoming my mutations, and as long as I'm fine with a point being dropped in whichever the ones I already have available. Although it would make it so that if I buy a new mutation, I don't get to pick. 4 or 5 points that I want. Multiple eggs is very good for the runaway and carrying more stuff. Teleportation. That one is really good, especially once you get the cooldown the whole way down. The only other 5.1s for mental mutations is pyrokinesis. And then there's also beguiling. And domination, let's not forget that one. And also cryokinesis. So yeah, like 3 more than I thought there were. So we already have the burgeoning. What pairs well with that? Confusion? Actually, yeah, that confusion would work pretty good. Anyone tries to just beeline past the plants, I can just hit them with the confuse and then they'll probably stumble along and get hit by a red death Daka or something. Or just wander straight onto an Aloe Volta and kill all of us. That could also happen. Right, looks like I'm making another frogman. Start by putting everything up to 16. Then with the 8 leftover points, 2 here, 2 there, and spread the other ones out. So I don't have any particular weakness, but I also don't have any particular strength. Just fine enough. What is this weirdo gonna be called? No, caps lock is not on. So there we go. Start with a P. Eventually I'm gonna completely run out of names that I can just pull out of my ass that start with the name or the letter P. But maybe today is not that day. Call him... Banana. It's probably some grievous insult in some language I'm not aware of. So it's already got wayfaring and fasting way and self-discipline. Start in the hills, or I can start in the salt marsh. When you start with the bloodstained neck ring and 100 reputation of hermits, the other one you get reputation with insects and fish and a pair of crocuses. And you also don't start in the hills where you'll probably run into something and then get beaten to death. Salt marsh it is. Warden is one of those guys. No negatives. Admired by the villagers of Tashan for defending their village. A silver nugget and a weird artifact. Get back here, you. Painted, fluted marble column. Villagers of Tishan are known throughout the salt marsh for their foul use of honey in meal preparation. Sounds like they like it a little too sticky and sweet. Alright. Start by talking to Ofoa Ufu Gomomo, the Sophic. Friend, there was a time where my folk would be picking the meat off bones all day, but after discovering the enlightenment of the contemplation of poetry, we changed our manner and consecrated new rites. May consumption take us, our sanctified merchant's token was stolen from us. Would you be willing to recover it? My folk tell me it has been taken to Shupur. We will reward your services. Yes, I will find your sanctified merchant's token. What's your reputation? Loved by the villagers, disliked by worms for sowing their fields with salt, and admired by Dromed merchants for cooking them a splendid meal. A succulent Chinese meal. Probably not Chinese. Speak to Sirem. Do you have anything to trade? You do not. Live and drink. Hello, Sirem. I'm looking for work. Friend, we've been sharing stories with each other and we found out about a nearby location forgotten to our people, Sulil. What riches might this place hold? Chrome, livestock, a shrine to the contemplation of poetry. We must know. If you pinpoint it for us, we will reward your services. We hear it's located somewhere between 2 and 6 parasangs north of Forgotten Ruins. I will find Sulil. Or is it Sulil? Whatever. Hello, Deke. Ring mail, steel gauntlets. Nice stuff that I'd like to have, but I cannot afford. Well, I could buy one of them, but then I'd be pretty poor, and that's kind of bad when you're a frogman. Whatever, I'll be back for that. One of them I just had to go to Shapur, I think. Which that might be a village. Gotta go to the other spot first. Eventually. Alright, time to back up. Nearly got shot to death by my own plant. Time to run. And the croc got wrecked. Alright. Better one. Way you can get all 3 of those. Right, I now have a tiny amount of armor. Survivability's just shot through the roof. Nope, probably should not have just shot that off like that. Oh no, I wasted my resources in this epic fight against a turtle. Bam. Hold on to the mutation point for now. Since I only have the one physical mutation, once I do have the, I think it's every 4 or 5 levels, I get to rapidly advance one of them. It's pretty much all gonna go right into photosynthetic skin, so that's gonna get to a very high level. Man, I could put points into it now, but if I just hold on to my points, wait to get a few more levels, then I can start pumping all of my mental mutations up instead. Have them all near the, or at the physical limit I can get for each level. Like if I didn't have an ego bonus right now, I could level up one of these. But I can't. Alright. We'll need another level. Now as to where I'm gonna dump all my points. Answer to that is probably just gonna be willpower. Know that for burgeoning, the cooldown is gonna go all the way down to 5 just from leveling it up. So willpower is not gonna do anything for that, but it is gonna do stuff for confusion, and for clairvoyance, and also force bubble. So willpower time. As for this, I could... Well, no I can't. Go for customs and folklore. Could grab lion art. But taking Shake It Off is probably the best one, as getting stun locked helps no one. Unless if you're the one stun locking people, in which case it really does. No Nanon crayons this time. I'm still a little bit upset at how I had 3 stacks of unstable genome still on my character when he died, and he was level 15. The 25% chance for that to proc every time, and I took 4 at the start, or was it 5? I only had 2 of them proc. Which, I guess, looking at the numbers, it wasn't that improbable for that to happen, but it sure is annoying. Bask in the sunlight. Here I am at Shupur. Level 4. Upgrade this. Upgrade that. And this one too. Guess I could take tinkering first. Where's tinkering again? Oh, there it is. Sanctified Merchant's Token. Silver shekel stamped with the profile of King Haberdash. There's a stable portal over there. The Order. Strange tubes, metal folding chairs. Let's get the heck out of here. Discover a lair. Discovered a lair of Bulu. Hold on, let me try that again. Bulu Boagub, legendary Snapjaw warlord. Oh, we better go kill him so no one ever has to say that name again. It's his cousin, Bolulu Afulu, the fleet-footed Snapjaw Todd Eater. Loved by Snapjaws, hated by grazing hedonists for eating all their fruit, disliked by oozes for impersonating one of their leaders, disliked by newly sentient beings for refusing them entrance to a local library. Have some plant. Guess I better start running. Alright, here for round 2. Ouch. And that worked. Reputation with Snapjaws decreased. And went up with all those other guys. I hope they didn't have any loot because it's absolutely gone now. Oh no, wait, I can have it. Plus 1 ego. Flaming, freezing steel dagger. Got the icy hot knife. Level 5. Now we are much better at absorbing the radiation from the giant burning ball. I love you, giant burning ball. Say it back. I'm gonna save some more. I don't really need to max out force bubble that much, although it would be helpful. But it just needs to be enough to cover a retreat. It doesn't need to be up all the time. Later on, it will be up all the time. Only mildly concerned that there's enough tumbling pods over there to level like half the map. They're only increasing in number. Alright, this character's doing pretty great so far. Now that I've said that, there's a 20% chance that I die instantly within the next 4 screens. Got a livid creeper at some point. Pump shoddy. Ooh, that's not good. Force bubble. Right, there we go. Have some plants. Electrified two-handed steel longsword. And a complete replacement for the torches. Engraved Isakari Sunveil. Engraved, this item is engraved with a scene from the life of the ancient Sultan Idut. In 2829, or 21, before her shift, Idut appointed a corrupt administrator as Minister of Karvapa Roost. Karvapa Roost. She mandated association with Beetles in Iduk's name. And a painted steel piece engraved with a scene from the life of Baram, or Baram. 3893 before Chef Baram, boot shouter, died of natural causes. She was 104 years old. plants be upon ye. Damn it, rest of my chem cell. It was empty anyways. That guy ate a lot of stuff. Painted bark armor. While traveling near Dominant Baron in Sabak, Baron was captured by bandits. She murdered their leader by slaughtering her entire clan, and was thenceforth known as Boot Chowder. Get me out of the blast radius, please. And let's just go down to the next floor, see if it's just as bad down there. It's not as bad. Yet. Sunly Bear. That works. Level 6. Hold off for one more level. Abilities are getting better and better. No sunlight. Darn. I want that box. Symbiotic firefly. Hearing too much. Maybe that wasn't such a great idea. Being able to do that is pretty funny. I had a bunch of stuff. And now it's my stuff. Oops. I literally got an achievement called Oops. Well, that was a shame. But I really did want to play that character. Now what do I name him this time? I'm gonna name him Hubble. Last time I started with Salt Marsh, this time I start with Hills. So let me see how many people have that achievement. 1.5% of players have it. The description is, be killed by a companion on accident. And there really should be a physical mutation that just lets you be made out of rubber. Or at least have feet made out of rubber. Natul. Disliked by grazing hedonists for cooking them a rancid meal, admired by the villagers of Namrimas for defending their village, hated by the Svardim for torching one of their villages. Have some water. Talk to Sijir. Looking for work, friend. Looks around tentatively and leans in. Mind what I say, friend. I have a secret idea I'm putting into place. I need someone to go to the lair of legendary shrewd baboon, and drink from the Jadolful Hebushian. What a name. Let me try that a third time. Jadolful Hebushian. Clay jug. No, I cannot tell you why. What do you think? Conversation never happened, by the way. Yeah, I'll go do that. Anyone else have work? Haruwar to the west. Listen, traveler. My tribe would be going about the tedious work of speaking to peers all day, but after discovering the goodness of Jadolful Habush, legendary jilted lover, we changed our customs and invented new practices. To our great agony, our Jadolful Habush, like poison-tipped spear, was stolen from us. We need someone to recover it. Will you do it? We hear it's been taken to the Amber Kirsawan. Amber Kirsawan. I'll go find your oddly named poison-tipped spear. Next up, what kind of food you got here? Roast inside of meat hash and brine cookies. Whenever you drink fresh water, just a 25% chance to heal to full 15% of the time. Go talk to the mayor, I guess. Loved by this village, disliked by the other village, for disparaging a famous poet. They have a stone statue of the Bushfing, a marble statue of the Bushfing, but no Bushfing. Discover a lair. We discovered the lair of Jadolful Habush, legendary jilted lover. What are the odds of that? I should probably get out of here. Ouchie. Chef lore. Discover the lair of the shrewd baboon. What was I doing here? Need to drink from the clay jug. And I'm good with these guys, because I have the neck ring. Full pommeled steel battle axe. I'll take that. There's a bunch of legendary baboons here. Disliked by winged mammals. Hated by the Gersh. Would you like to know about the location of the lair that you're currently in? Well, now you know. Hated by mollusk and hated by the villagers of the Ball, or Dabble. Shrine to the Duped, the Great Block of Ice. In 6883 before Reshef, the Duped plundered all of the godless district of Kamrapar, stealing oil from the heat lamps in the villages of trees and grazing hedonist. Became known as the Woe of Kamrapar. Is it you that was... yeah, disliked by winged mammals. Really not sure, because I do like having reputation with the winged mammals. But if it's just disliked and not hated, that's only a negative 50. But what am I gonna do with the baboon reputation anyways? Probably nothing. Could try the same thing as before, or I could just put a couple of points into toughness. You know, so I don't die so tragically again. Nah. Look at the pretty statue. Shrine to Reshef. Might take a while. There we go. Just hold down the button instead of spamming it. Sturdy chainmail. Alright, hopefully nothing bad happens. And there's the sacred clay jug. Right, that quest done. Just have to go hand it in. And we have 6 legendary baboons. Might as well do it from the top down. Not gonna read out their names. Loved by baboons, hated by birds, hated by the Naftali tribe, hated by newly sentient beings. And he's got a fine wafer on him. How about the other guy? Hated by pariahs. Have some water anyway. He's got cycle gland paste and a couple of trinkets. It's almost certainly a recoiler. Don't know what this other thing could be, but it's cheap. See if I can afford it. Almost certainly not. Because I'm broke as hell because my last character died. Damn it. Actually, I can buy the other one. Lacquered, freezing, sturdy hand axe. No wonder it was worth nothing. Right, no third guy on the list. Hated by the villagers of Bitara for worshipping a highly entropic being. Disliked by arachnids for reprogramming their favorite robot, hated by the Pudist Templar for tricking them into sharing their freshwater, and hated by the Mechanimist for giving one of their kind an unfavorable horoscope reading. How about you? Disliked by villagers of Uranip for tricking them into sharing their freshwater, hated by the villagers of Karshemu for slaying one of their leaders, disliked by the villagers of Suntara for tricking them into sharing their freshwater. A lot of these baboons seem to be jerks. Loved by baboons, hated by worms, repeatedly beating them at dice. Everyone loves a winner. Better than the loser. Right, back to the village. That did not work. There's already too many plants. Why were there so many plants? Doesn't matter. Go to some ruins. Discovered the blue quadrilateral millipar. Here we go. A shrine to, how do I pronounce that? Firize? Or just Firize? I'm just gonna say Firize, or Thrize. Rize? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room, an ultramarine room. About the ultramarine circuit. In a cathedral ornamented with logic gates, Chryse cemented her friendship with bears by marrying Bumubu. Showed her appreciation. The bears bestowed upon Chryse a winning gift they called Refraftaka Bersiad. I do not like that color scheme. Just look at it a bit closer. Refraftaka Bear's Favor. That one was difficult to read. Go talk to Caesar. Or Caesar. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that exactly. I don't know how to pronounce most things in this game, really, but I try anyways. Got the recoiler and the disc. And the other one was at the Amber Cursalon. Where is the Amber Cursalon? It's up over there. Got lost in the outskirts. Chainmail, and some gloves and a hat, and also some shoes. We're finally here. Statue. Shrine to Ora dates the scourge of Kiazopad. 4492 before Chef, the corrupt administrator was appointed minister of the godless district of Kiazopad. She outlawed the practice of hoarding miniature clocks, and Orodates was forced to flee. Just run over here, grab the thing. One to all attributes. Time to run. Great, that's some oil. Magnetized boots. Don't like these because they reduce movement though. On a more durable character who wants to get up close to stuff anyways, not so bad. On this character, kinda carbo. Stun rod. Did I have something that could use that? No, it's just a recoiler. Freezing carbide battle axe. Looks like I actually do have something for that chem cell. What the heck? $28 damage from the Snapjaw Scavenger's explosion. I think he just chucked a high explosive at me. Chain boots, very nice. And level 7. Eventually I will take a weapon skill. Probably not in the next few levels. Wait, what did I need to find here? Oh right, the spear, which I already picked up. Alright, back to town. And it was Karuwar that wanted me to get it. Bunch of injectors, structural scanning bracelet, and portable beehive. Fortunately, there's not that many all that great injectors in that pile. But the other two also aren't all that amazing. Give me the beehive. Okay, finish both of the village quests. I forget what the mayor's reputation was here, if I even checked it. Oh, I'm already water bonded. Alright, never mind that then. Let's check out the merchant and then the tinker. Could pick up a musket. Some pretty good blueprints, but nothing I can afford or use. Those are all cybernetics, and I'm definitely not using those. Just still need something for the face, head, and the hands. Maybe an upgrade to one of my arm weapons, or not weapons, arm items. Placement for the torch would be nice. And the UI seems to have broken again. Well, since in restarting the game, because it's close enough to the end point anyway, then I'm thinking I'm just gonna end it early. So, save and quit. And let me just pop open Twitch, see if there's anyone else playing this beautiful, beautiful game. There is in fact someone else playing. And you know what? I'll give him a raid. Although there is my good buddy Farless Goose that's also playing the game, but it's different. I haven't raided him in a while, so how about I just do that? Oop, never mind. Just as I was talking about raiding, I'm guessing everyone decided to jump ship and now there's only me, a single viewer, in the chat. Hello, me. Well, anyway, if anyone watches the recording, tomorrow, I don't know, I said I was gonna play some Dredge. I might play some more CUD. I'm really not sure. Either way, there will be a video game tomorrow, even if I don't know which one. I'll figure it out like 5 minutes before stream, as per usual. Anyways, that's the stream. Hope you liked it. See ya.